here's the deal. Management sent over headshots. You guys have to pick the host to the box score. So go through, pick somebody. Let's get started on this wrap-up show. All right? Make a decision? Who the hell is this? It's like one of the Ryan brothers. Brock Everett? Who the hell is Brock Everett?
The box score starts now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score. Welcome to the box score. I am Brock here in sunny California. They are the Danettes in frigid Connecticut. Guys, how you feeling? It is the debut of the box score today. What are your thoughts?
Exciting. We were on a hiatus like Sopranos between season 6 and season 7. Great to have you, Brock.
Awesome. All right, guys, it is our it is our debut today. And we have a new set. So, guys, let me show you around. We've got a surfboard. I can't surf. We have a basketball. I have shot a basketball before. There's a glove with 2 balls, but you know, balls don't win championships, as we all know, and other things. It's very manly, very man-cavey. Okay. Well, it is our debut today. Fritzy, any extra first show jitters resulting in multiple bathroom breaks today?
There were a few of those. I always have, pre and post show jitters and throughout the entire show. I was thinking about it over the weekend. I wanted to, I was hoping that this would be a big debut, and so far so good. But yeah, it was on my mind, and there were a few extra trips to the restroom for sure. Okay, well let's all settle into the show. The boss had his own debut today. These sweet blue pants. Oh, McLovin, that looks like something out of your wardrobe. What do you think of those?
I'm so jealous of these pants. I love them. Except the mail was really negative. I went through the mail today, and a lot of women say, Dan, you're a very good-looking man, but those blue pants aren't working.
Little Grey's Anatomy. Nobody really ripped the pants until Seton found an opportunity in his quest to claim the meanest Danette title. Let's take a look.
Did you rip my blue pants?
No. I complimented your pants, but then I said with my fashion taste, that may not be a compliment. You know
Not to mention your blind
What
eye.
time is the surgery after the show?
Are these doctors?
What time are you going into? You're going to scrub up.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Are they?
All right, Seton, do you have to pick your spots with DP when questioning anything he's doing?
Yeah, definitely. There are some things that are a little safer than others. I think going after his very bold pants today was that was an easy one. That was a layup.
They are very nice. Paulie, why did you steer clear of ripping DP in the box?
Because I was afraid he would get rid of them. As a producer, I wanted to keep that pant. It almost looked like a one-piece. It looked like his pants and shoes were connected. So I don't want them throwing those out and not putting them back on air.
That's what I thought was actually the most questionable part, was that he went blue on blue sneaker pant combo, and then he went gray on gray shirt little sweater thing. So an interesting day for the boss.
Yeah, but dude, you're doing a brown sweater with gray pants.
Yeah.
And Paulie,
pulling it off.
What's wrong with that?
flannel and jeans. Who
yeah.
are we to insult?
These are normal.
Fashion?
These are general clothes. I mean, when Dan walked in with those pants, I went, whoa,
Yeah,
He was Nantucket.
All of a sudden, Dan's discovered Urban Outfitters, and you're like, all right,
Dan was
asking. I see you.
He was looking for attention there. He was definitely asking for comments to be made, especially from Paulie, who keeps track of what we're all wearing on a daily basis. Dan was like begging for someone to make a comment.
Well, you gave him a comment. You tried to be nice to him and actually compliment the boss on his golf game, but that didn't turn out so good for you. Let's check this out.
Are you back?
No. No, not back.
That's a pretty good shot.
I know it is, but
I know you're expecting perfection, but
Yes.
that's you were like right there.
yeah.
So you're on your way back. Embrace.
No, you got to do it. You got to be consistent. It's like one day you have a great day booking guests,
Yeah.
and then you take 2 days off.
I take 2 days off.
So that's the difference. I don't want to take a couple of holes off.
It's every day's a Super Bowl.
See, now I just pulled it left.
So wrong.
You know, with those pants, he grows his hair out a little bit more. I think maybe just a slightly older Ricky Fowler. Okay. Fritzy, do you feel your guest list hasn't been up to par lately? Because Dan keeps bringing it up.
Yeah, I think we've been doing well. The last couple of days it may have slipped a little bit, but not through any lack of effort. I try to give him a compliment and get back into his good graces and make a little compliment on his golf game, and he immediately, within seconds, somehow turns it around and takes a shot at me. Called me a parrot last week, that I don't have my own original thoughts. I just repeat what the other Danettes say. He left me a nasty voicemail over the weekend while I was at the gym.
Well, that's where we go here, Brock. The I-Team, you may not have heard, Dan was mad at the Danettes as a whole, but he decided to call Fritzy over the weekend and leave him a voicemail to chew him out.
Yeah.
And, that was like topic number 1 this morning.
I'm on the treadmill, and then I have a message that I missed, and it's Dan, so I'm already stressing out that I didn't answer his call when he called, and then I'm playing it back while I'm trying to finish my workout, and I was in a good mood. This was Sunday morning, and he just kind of went off on a rant, and are you guys spending any time this weekend watching sports or talking about the topics of the day? Tiger had a huge round on Saturday, and he's in contention. We may want to look into a golf guest, Phil Jackson, Knicks, and all you're doing is hawking me about this high school Ohio game that ended in a 1-1 tie after 7 overtimes. That's all you guys got. I'm not just taking it out on you.
Okay. All right, we'll get to you booking the high school athletic director later. But Dan also asked why Chrissy Teigen hasn't come into the man cave to hang up her photo. Fritzy, do you feel it's your responsibility to follow up and remind her?
Initially, I didn't think so, but it's been made clear to me in so many words that I should be on Chrissy Teigen, which isn't a terrible person to be on, to remind her as often as possible that she needs to get to our Milford studios and bring her little outfit and sign her Sports Illustrated cover. So as soon as Dan said that, as you can imagine, I went right to sending her an email to try to get that going.
Okay, well, we asked the boss if he thinks you've lost your focus lately. Let's see what he said in this edition of Boss's Thoughts.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out with Fritzy, but he tries, but he spent all Sunday talking about this Ohio high school hockey state championship that ended in a tie. I can get both coaches on. I can get the commissioner on. I go, I don't care about that. Phil Jackson may go to the Knicks. I care about that. Free agency period in the NFL starts. I care about that. So I yelled at Fritzy. I said, dude, do you understand? Let's do the headlines here, not some Ohio high school state hockey championship game. So that's the hard part, is to get these guys to realize what is good for a show. That story is like this big. Phil Jackson's this big. Free agency this big. So I yelled at Fritzy. But I was yelling at everybody through Fritzy. Of course, Fritzy took it personally.
Wow. Fritzy, do you take that personally?
I took it extremely personally, and I was planning on staying at the gym for another half hour, and all of a sudden it was ringing in my head, and then I cut my workout short, and I just felt upset. Even though he said in the message, this is for everybody, but I'm leaving you this message because
I don't know how you don't take something like that personally. Like, he called you directly and was yelling at you, Todd, but don't take it personally, even though I'm yelling at you. It's not you.
No offense, but don't you know anything about sports and what's relevant and topical, and other than some high school hockey game?
Brock, it's great to see the box score has not missed a beat.
Yes.
We're in segment 1 and we're just annihilating Fritzy.
Well, Fritzy, I know you don't drink. Maybe you pop a Xanax and calm down. All right, let's relax. Okay. When we come back, an NBA legend is going to drive across town and join us. But first, a word from our sponsor. Hi, Willie Mays Everybody's here for K-Block, the easy way to coat, seal, and defend against Kardashians of any size. Just a quick shot of K-Block instantly deters any oncoming celebrities with a single spray. K-Block is a scientifically developed scent made to smell like the lower class. This powerful scent penetrates deep to provide a barrier that's completely Kardashian-proof. K-Block is perfect for Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, and so much more. You can get K-Block right now for $19.99. But wait! To make this the most amazing offer on television, we're going to double your order and send you 2 large cans of K-Block. Order now and we'll include 2 additional mini K-Blocks to protect against Kendall and Kylie. Don't miss out on this amazing offer.
To order, call 1-900-5K-Block. Do not use K-Block if you are poor or will soon become poor. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and delusions of grandeur. Supplies are limited. Order right now.
As a professional broadcaster, I totally respect the fine work of Seton, Paulie, Fritzy, and McLovin. True professionals. Really?
Welcome back to the Box Score. I'm Phil Jackson. Guys, any questions about my possible new gig? Ask away. Paulie, let's go to you first.
Colonel Sanders. Yeah, Coach. You got like $30 million and you live in Montana and you got your feet up. Your girlfriend / wife owns the Lakers. What do you need a job for?
Jeannie's just crawled up my backside a little bit, and right now the rainbow trout aren't running, so maybe I go to New York, maybe I don't. All right, well, enough questions. Let's get back to today's show. Seton, you said daylight savings screwed up your weekend. How so?
Yeah, well, because I fell asleep too early and woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't fall back asleep, and while you're sitting there at 4 a.m. watching Kill Bill again, you're like, why am I awake right now, and why do we still need daylight savings time? I did say that, though, and had about 10,000 farmers remind me of the reason, so I was like, all right, sorry.
Well, as long as they're farming peyote for me. Okay, Fritzy, did that affect any of your late-night programming?
It did confuse me a little bit. It did throw me off. There was still plenty of lo mein flowing.
You lost an hour of Cinemax.
It was, that was probably the worst thing. I didn't care so much about the sleep.
Confidential, is it 2, is it 3?
Co-ed Confidential 4. If we're gonna, let's get it right. But yeah, it did, all of a sudden, when 2 a.m. became 3 a.m., I wasn't sure what was going on, and I did lose an hour, but I'll make up for it later.
Okay, well, it seemed like daylight savings screwed with McLovin's thought process. His poll questions were not a hit with DP. Let's take a look.
I have some options for you.
All righty.
Just to get clicks, where will LeBron play next?
No.
Too early?
Don't go mothership on me. You're better than that. What's poll question we're going to go with here, McLovin?
You know, we started with the hockey game from last hour. Should the OHSAA have ended the 2014 state hockey tournament in a tie?
Do you change the poll question, McLovin?
Not yet. You want to go to LeBron or NFL free agency?
I don't care anymore. College basketball coverage on the Dan Patrick Show brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
I don't care anymore.
McLovin, let's get a little zen with this. Is the poll process tougher than it seems?
Yeah, it's impossible. Dan has an incredibly high bar, and he sort of tricks you. Because before the show, he was totally into talking about LeBron. We're talking about options. Will K-Love go to Cleveland? Totally into it. I'm like, he's going to love this one. Then he's like, that's terrible. You're better than that, McLovin. And by the way, talking about LeBron's next home is on 2 ESPN.
Oh, my God. As soon as that poll question came up, I shook my head. I mean, it's March of 2014, and we're talking about where he might be in November.
You're right. We should be talking about overtime hockey in Ohio.
As a much better topic.
If it's anything,
that is by 100-fold.
If it's anything remotely close to what he thinks the mothership would have,
he's 2 months away from free agency. 2 months, the biggest player.
It's 4 months away, and he's not even close to free agency right now. And it's one of those topics that we would kill somebody if they talked about that for all 3 hours of the show.
The thing that's confusing to me, though, is that ESPN, by and large, is pretty good at what they do. But for us, it's like, you can't do that. You know, like, that's a good thing that they can do, and whatever. That's their own way of going about things. We don't do it that way. And so it's hard that Dan has the bar set higher than what ESPN would be able to come up with.
Well, you guys brought on the hockey guy, the 7 overtimes. That'll give you gray hair. I have gray hair. But McLovin, the boss mentioned that you might have colored your hair. How'd you take that?
Wow.
Not might have.
Yeah, I've mentioned it on the show 43,000 times. It's I've learned to live with it. It's taken some time, Phil, but I've finally have sort of adjusted, accepted the fact that everybody knows.
You got something to paint, so
there's nothing else I can do.
You're ahead of the game.
Embrace it.
Well, the cow's out of the barn. Let's not even worry about it. But you did try to suck up to the boss by complimenting his old college basketball photo. You actually called him a badass. And the boss took us back in time when he was actually playing hoops in Eastern Kentucky. Let's take a look.
We've got the picture of your team up there, and you're sitting front row.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like you're sitting with the starting 5, good old number 52.
Yeah.
Your hair, you kind of look like Sean Cassidy kind of hair, feathered.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean that as a
I was
compliment.
going for that. But my coach hated me. And he had this, by golly, golden boy, this habit where he'd poke his thumb into his coaching shorts. So he'd wear out this spot in his coaching shorts. By golly, golden boy, get out. And he'd tell me to run the steps. And I remember when I told him I was transferring, he didn't even turn around. I said, I think it's a good idea.
And I just want to mention that my book is Behind His Head, 11 Rings, available on Amazon. You had a similar experience when you quit a job, and the boss asked you to leave early. Is that right?
Yeah, I was giving him my notice, and I was sort of quitting my job one day in a huff and was like, screw this, I'm out of here. And I went into my boss's office and said, I'm giving you my 2 weeks. And he was like, dude, you know what? Things are actually so bad, why don't you just leave today and I'll pay you for the 2 weeks? And I was like, all right, great, even better. And it wasn't until a while later that I was like, wow, that's kind of insulting.
Well, I've had some bad jobs. Back row, do you have any funny experiences after quitting a job?
I was a camp counselor at and it was inside the elementary school where my mom worked, and she was a teacher there. And I decided to change the prices of the candy because I just thought they were crazy high, and kids would come in, and I was like selling slices of pizza for like 25 cents, and there was no way I was going to try to sell a ring pop to a cute little girl for like $2.50. And then the principal found out about it, who was running the camp, and chased me down a couple of flights of stairs, threatening to fire my mom because he found out that I was changing the prices working in the little candy store in the camp.
Wow, I have an even more boring story than that, actually.
Wow, that's
the one time I ever gotten fired in my life was from a new media sort of journalism company. This woman comes up and starts like sort of crying on my shoulder. They let me go, I can't believe it. I'm like, it's okay, you're gonna land on your feet. Everything's gonna be okay. And after about 10 minutes, she goes, by the way, you're on the list too, you're gone. I was like, get away from me, because I knew I'd be competing with her for the next job.
All right, well, you know what, guys? Let's take a little break here. Coming up, we have a game that's sure to sweep the nation. Stick around, would you? But first, our friend Reggie Miller tells us how the Danettes got their name.
The Danettes, a bunch of kids. Daniel Theodore, I've known him for 20 years. He was leaving the mothership. He said these 4 guys, they like to wait on him like they're a bunch of babies. And I'm like, really, babies? I'm like, what a bunch of Danettes. A light bulb went off in his head. It's like, Reg, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna name my sidekicks the Danettes.
This is Tony Saragusa, and I wear Depend shields and guards, so I don't need to go anywhere when I'm watching the box score. Welcome back to the box score. Big thanks for Phil for stopping by. Okay, guys, it's time to put on your thinking caps and see how well you know your roommate. It's time for the first edition of
Know Your Row!
Okay, our first question. Which would you rather be, a pro athlete, rock star, or award-winning actor? Let's start things off in the front row. Paulie, what did Seton say?
I'm 100% sure he went musician, famous, successful musician.
All right, well, let's take a look at Seton's answer.
Man, that's a good question. Because if you're an actor, you can also be a rock star. And if you're a musician, you can also be rock star. No, actor. I'd rather be an actor and then play music on the side.
I didn't see that.
Okay. All right, let's move to the back row. McLovin, what did Fritzy say?
I'm gonna go actor.
Adult actor.
Possibility of being in certain scenarios, or maybe that little thing you put on to ensure privacy, the actor falls off. You know, with Julianne Moore in certain movies.
Very valid guess. Very acceptable.
All right, let's see if you got the Vivid Award. Let's see Fritzy's answer.
I would rather be a winning actor. I think it would be really cool to have an Oscar, as cool as sports Emmys are and things of that nature, or winning some type of music award. I'm going to go actor on that.
Absolutely right. Living up to the tie, living up to the Dartmouth smarts. Okay, back to the front row. Seton, what was Paulie's answer?
Man, I know there's nothing more Paulie wants than to be like, have like a bit role, but a really memorable role in a movie. Yeah. But his first love is sports, so I'm gonna go pro athlete.
All right. Let's see if you got the right answer.
Award-winning actor. I think you have a longer career. As an athlete, you're done by 40. As an actor, you can go till your entire life. Kind of a Gene Hackman type would be good for me.
All right. Sorry, Ollie, you did not make your second shot. Okay, back row, your turn. Fritzy, what did McLovin say?
My initial thought was back to his basketball days in Pennsylvania was athlete, but the more I've been thinking about it these last couple of minutes, I'm going to say that he'd want to be an award-winning actor. He has an appreciation of the arts, very bright gentleman. I'm going to go actor.
Did he say thespian? Let's take a look at McLovin's answer.
Oh, I definitely want to be a professional athlete. That's what I dreamed of from the time I was 4 years old. First baseman for the Phillies. I dreamed of hitting 50 home runs when that was like unheard of, and now like everybody does it. So yeah, definitely athlete.
All right, the winner of that round was the back row. Personally, I want to be a pro athlete, and I want to put up Sean Kemp numbers on, but especially off the court. Okay. Our second question is, what is your favorite item in the man cave? Let's go to the back row to start. McLovin, what did Fritzy say?
Oh, that's easy. In the back, you have Fergie's boobs cast. I don't even think there's a competition. Unless there are boobs somewhere else in the man cave that I'm forgetting. I don't see any boobs other than those, so it's Fergie's boobs.
All right, let's check for some lo mein on the boobs. What was his answer?
My favorite item in the man cave would have to be the Fergie bust, which I've tried out a number of times, so to speak, and as soon as Dan gives me the okay, which will never happen, I think the Fergie bust is the thing I would like to take home and put in my own man cave, actually.
Oh, McLovin all over that, all over that. Okay. Front row's turn. Paulie, what did Seton say?
This is tough. Back there's this really cool thing from Yankee Stadium, this original light, but I don't think Seton went there. He's not going to go memorabilia. He's going to go golf simulator.
Aha! Let's see if we got this one. What is Seton's answer?
The guitar Darius Rucker left. I think that's pretty rad, and I would take it if I could.
Oh, nothing's gonna bright up the living room like Hootie's guitar.
Oh boy.
Okay, sorry guys. Back to the back row. Fritzy, what did McLovin say?
I honestly have no clue what he thinks is his favorite item in the man cave. I'm gonna go with the racing simulator, and I'm prepared for it.
He's never used it once.
I'm prepared for the buzz. It's a cool item, and I think he's just waiting for that special day to finally play with it.
That's
racing simulator.
Racing simulator. Should we even take a look? Yeah, let's take a look.
Already getting this.
Let's take a look. What was McLovin?
Ryan Leaf jersey. It's awesome, especially because he was here, you know, right before he went to jail, and it's just pretty much the perfect piece of memorabilia.
Where he went to jail.
All right, finally to the back row. Seton, what was Paulie's answer?
Oh, man, two things immediately jump to mind. It's either this little side of Tony Stewart's car, or it's the Ryan Leaf jersey. And I have to go with the Ryan Leaf jersey because that's truly one of a kind.
All right, let's take a look at Paulie's answer.
My favorite item in the man cave is the Ryan Leaf autographed Colts jersey. This is literally one of one. Ryan wore it for a promo when right before the draft, gave it to us and signed it, and It's legendary. Everyone who comes in here does a double take when they see it.
All right, today's winner of
I'm saying this round.
Know Your Row is it's the black, the back row, 2-1. Congrats. All right, guys. Stick around. Coming up, when we come back, we will wrap things up here on the Box Score. Stick around.
I just lost 90 pounds and I feel great, but if I keep watching the Box Score on channel 239, I might lose my mind. I didn't even know there was a channel 239, but apparently there is, and there's a show called The Box Score, and it's amazing. It's amazing, man. It's a jewel. It's the jewel of the DirecTV network. They don't have the Hopper here. They got the Box Score, bitches.
Box Score! All right, welcome back to the Box Score. Fritzy, as we noticed, Dan has been ripping you lately. He also ripped you today for not reminding Brent Barry to send his warm-up pants in from the slam dunk contest. But Seton, you broke some news to the boss. What is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, Brent Barry can't send in the warm-up pants from the slam dunk contest because he wasn't wearing warm-up pants in the slam dunk contest.
Take that.
Exactly, exactly. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
NFL Network media insider Ian Rappaport will join us as we get ready for the official start of NFL free agency with some other surprises hopefully sprinkled in, meaning that's the only guest that's been booked for the Tuesday edition.
One guest. One guest.
Maybe those hockey coaches could come on.
Yeah, maybe the high school hockey coaches from Ohio. It's a perfect idea.
Let's take a look at Fritzy booking this show. Here it is. Oh, here we go. Scratching the head. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. I got one guest up. Let me go page 2. No, nothing on the porn site. So here we go. Okay. All right. Well, we look forward to that, and guys, we thank everyone. Thanks for watching. We will be on tomorrow, channel 239 audience on DirecTV as you're watching here. Goodbye, guys.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!